Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to show you how to run our final island volcano. So this can be obtained at I believe level 600 and something. So it's super easy. If you don't want to watch this video, I'm going to tell you how to run it. It's a circle. You're just going to run the edge, choose a side. Now for this specific, it has 2 or 1 dogs. I always forget. 2. 1 on each side. So for this specific island, you're going to need a horse with good stamina, stat, and speed stats, or it is going to need to be a infernal. So an infernal is basically a horse that can be obtained by turning in volcanic minerals to burns, which is right over here. They look like, let me find them. They look like this. They're not always this, but this is the coat that they have. And they can also now be found in IUHs. Or you can feed your horse, let me find them, lava cakes, and temporarily will make them immune to lava, probably 30 seconds. So I first start, and you're going to need some parkouring, so that involves speed, stamina, and jump, which is what you need to have like a good run. So there's going to be 1 horse somewhere in this first little island right here. So here the horse is right here, but it can really be anywhere on this island. So if the volcano ever erupts, you'll feel the ground shake. Look up to see if any flying meatballs come out. So over here, just jump, and if you need to stop, it's okay. Just make sure that you do not step in the lava, or you will respawn at the different area, I guess. So next, there will either be a horse in this next area once you like jump over that, or if you do not find a horse down here by the tree, it can also be on top of this cave, I guess, in a way. So yeah, because I found it down there, it won't be up here, but if I didn't. And then you will find 1 other horse somewhere on the rest of this like little area past that hill, I guess is what you call it. I don't really know what to call that. But yeah, past that thing, there'll be 1 more horse. So then, once you found the horse for this little island, I guess, little like piece of land, you'll just continue running in like a straightish line until you find the next one. I recommend jumping on the last 3, and stopping on these is totally okay. I've just done it a ton of times. I don't need to stop, but I definitely recommend stopping if you need, or getting an inferno horse. So I recommend an Aquateki or Arabian, or basically any horse that has good stats overall. So thoroughbreds, I don't know if they'd be the best, but yeah, Aquateki, standardbred, and Arabian all have good stats. So those are like the most wanted, I guess. So next, there will be 1 horse somewhere on this island, which I just caught it. Then I come all the way to the edge because there's this massive platform that's easy to hop onto. And then there's going to be 1 horse for this like fatter chunk of the island. You're going to go ahead and find it. So also, it is very helpful to have an inferno, because if they run into the lava, that happened with me. I did not have an inferno. And the volcanic, not the volcanic black, and the black percheron, which can only be obtained through this, and it's an island unique, and it's hard to get, and I was in a public server, fell into lava, and I couldn't get it, and I was super upset, so I got an inferno. Now I don't have an inferno, so if anybody has a Aquateki inferno that they'd be willing to sell for 500k or less, I would 100% be able to take you up on that offer. So there's going to be 1 horse, usually in that fatter chunk, but sometimes they can run into this thinner chunk. Then there's this long, like, jump that I'd recommend running and jumping on. And then you'll see these geysers on the map too. And there's going to be 1 horse somewhere around the geysers. They could be in the geyser, around the geyser, basically anywhere. Also, if you stand on a geyser, when it erupts, it will like shoot you up into the sky. So that's cool. And then there's also another long chunk, which I recommend jumping on. And it can be tricky to jump when it's erupting. So I recommend if it starts erupting when you're jumping, stop. So then there will be one more horse on somewhere on this last chunk. So it is right over here. And congratulations, you have now run Volcano Island. So now you have run, if you stay for the entire series, the whole island. Also, you can just respawn and reset and continue your journey. See you guys in the next one. Bye!